I want to give you a few talking points that no matter what happens with the news, you can use. Markets up, markets down, market sideways, rates go this way, that way, the other way. Doesn't matter. Let's take a look at some things that we can use. Here's the first thing that I really want you to know. Real estate is cyclical. It always has been, and it always will be. Now, how the cycle factors out, that's the variable. We don't really know what's going to happen tomorrow or 5 months from now or 5 years from now. We don't know how the cycle will go. Let's take a step back for a minute and let's watch the general trajectory of the marketplace. It's just like any other market, the stock market, what have you. If you pan out a little bit and you look over a significant period of time, you're going to see that for the most part, it is a trajectory upwards. Now, there's several factors involved with that obviously this is not an economics course, but we can look at the cost of money. We can look at inflation. We can look at cost of living, all these different things. However, that's what you need to know. As cyclical as real estate is and always has been, you equally have the real estate consumer who tries to time the market. And here's the truth of the matter, is that no matter what, you gotta live somewhere. If you need a home, these are the conditions in which we have to function. Also, same thing with sellers. We can go to a seller and say, listen, if you need to sell your home, these are the conditions in which we need to function. If they're trying to time the market, in fact, I heard a real estate agent based out of Phoenix recently, and if I could remember who it was, I would give him credit. But I heard him talking about the real estate cycle, and he said that there is no right time to time or right way to time the market. There's only jump into the market at whatever point in the cycle you're at, and then make your decisions accordingly. As long as you're stepping back and you're on the sidelines, you're not in the market, so it doesn't matter what the conditions are doing. So here's what you can do as an agent. Number one, stay on top. No matter what the news says, you can stay on top of your industry by just watching where things are going. I loved this photo because this lady, she's all professional, but she's got her blinders on and she's about to walk off the cliff. Well, if you guys are just not, if you're not doing real estate related things on your day-to-day basis, if you are not functioning in the habits of real estate on a daily basis in your career, then this is you. You are the person walking around like, I don't know what's going on. Now, listen, I understand. I'm probably preaching to the converted on this one because you're here. You showed up on this call, so you want to stay on top of things. But you know what? You're going to talk to other agents out there. You're going to see them doing their thing, and agents who are like, yeah, I'm going about my life. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then my phone rings and my cousin wants to sell their house and I'm going to jump back in. Well, that you're kind of there. So if you're not watching where the news is going and at least staying aware of those headlines that are out there, you're going to be caught unaware when you're sitting down at a listing presentation or a buyer presentation and they ask you about what they just saw on the news and you're like, I'm right. So just stay informed. Now, listen though, I just want to say, that doesn't mean you have to be married to the news 24/7. For all that's holy in this land, be careful what you're listening to. I had an opportunity to mentor with Les Brown. I don't know if any of you know who Les Brown is. He is an amazing motivational speaker. And in 2021, I got to know him very well and mentored with him personally. I got to share a stage with him. I wrote a book with him. It was awesome. One of the best lines that he uses is, what you tune into, you turn into. And I have to say amen and amen to that, because if you are busy listening to all this negative news, you are going to turn into a negative person. So be careful. Yes, stay informed. Watch the news, especially where real estate is concerned. Know what's going on and pay attention. However, make sure that you're equalizing that with some positive things. Tune into people who are encouraging. Tune into motivational speakers. Learn how to stay on top of your game, not just get sucked into the downward spiral of the news. All right. Next thing, be willing to address their concerns. Please do not be this. I love this. I'm like, yeah, I know agents who do this. I think there's a lot of agents out there who this is what they're doing. And y'all, this is one of the things that I am hearing when I kind of talked about the fact that, like, yes, I'm hearing lenders going, oh, we're going to get rates that are going to go down in 6 months. Just go ahead and buy now. We'll refinance you later. These are the, everything is awesome. We're going to be great. Don't worry about a thing. Don't be that agent. You have to be willing to address their concerns, but address it with real world intelligence. Address it with real data. You need to be as informed about your local marketplace as possible. Because listen, I do business in Flagstaff, Arizona. We are 2 hours north and 5,000 feet higher than Phoenix. But when a lot of people think Arizona, they think Phoenix. They don't remember that we've got a lot of other land going on around us. What happened in my Flagstaff market wasn't what happened in the Phoenix market. Why? Because of certain local factors. The Phoenix market is one of the playgrounds for so-called disruptors. So when Open Door and Zillow started buying houses to flip them and things like that, Phoenix was like one of the ground zero places they went to see if it worked. Well, we didn't have those up here. Our, they called them the buy book. So their buy book for these iBuyers, it didn't fit up here in the Flagstaff market. So when things started to shift and change and it no longer made sense, and now all of a sudden we saw this mass exodus of iBuyers, and they were putting their inventory on the market, taking huge losses. This obviously affected the Phoenix market for that short period of time. And from what I understand, it's actually starting to stabilize again and go back to kind of where it was before the iBuyers started doing their craziness. But we didn't see that effect in Flagstaff because we never had them here. So know your local market conditions. Know what is specific to your local market that differentiates you from the national market or just even marketplaces surrounding your area. Surround yourself with the best. Who are you listening to? Not just in terms of news and motivational speakers and all that kind of stuff, but I would submit to you. Now, I know that this call is open to more than just Realty ONE Group agents, but I would submit to you, for those of you who are with Realty ONE Group, you already get this. You already understand the need to surround yourself with the best out there, because Realty ONE truly is the best. They want you to succeed. They want you to be the best you can be. And they give you opportunities like this Waking Up to Win every week. They give you so many. You've got One You, and you've got your local trainers, your brokers. You can dip into such a valuable resource. That's why I wore my Anything is Possible shirt today, because I think that truly this company believes that anything is possible. So be careful with who you're surrounding yourself with and who you're listening to. Are you listening to the agents who are telling you the sky is falling? That's probably not going to be healthy for your business. Equally not healthy for your business are the agents going, everything is awesome. We don't have anything to worry about. Everything's fine. You don't need to listen to those people either, because you're going to have a false sense of security and you're going to be shocked when maybe you do have to duck and weave a little bit. So stay tuned and stay informed on things like this so that you can stay on top of your industry trends and surround yourself with people who are going to help you get through that and make you shine.